And we are rolling yet again. And yeah, slight exposure adjustment, which is becoming a trademark of this channel due to my heavy professionalism when doing things. One thing I wanted to discuss again while we were on the topic of Denis and Levan and whatever. Recently, we had this video with Michael and Don Underwood, kind of like addressing and discussing some of the things from the past and why Don Underwood kind of stepped out of the spotlight for a number of years and so on and so forth. But yeah, first of all, I highly recommend you to go check that video out. Really nice video from those guys. But having said that, and having watched that video, obviously I just had an instant idea for a video. Why? Because if you go take a look, backwards in time at Don Underwood's performances, I don't even want to mention all of them. I just want to mention two very important ones. Both of them same year, if I recall correctly, 2014. The same show, Game of Arms, incredible show in terms of entertainment. Too bad it went away, but that ties into one of my previous videos where I discussed about some of these top names fucking coming up with a league or a show of their own, and not just being contracted athletes for the same existing league. So guys, please just come up with your own thing, because it is my firm belief that you can make it so much more entertaining than what we're seeing today. But that's a different video. Go watch that. And now back to our sheep for this one. So Game of Arms 2014, Don Underwood versus two very distinct guys. One of them is Devin, the other one, you probably guessed it, Travis. So you have Don Underwood versus Travis Bajan and versus Devin Larratt on two separate occasions, and both of these guys, I mean, they had no response for Don Underwood's sheer power. They were just struggling to survive. Again, my memory might be fading, but I think Devin managed somehow to get like a draw, like a 3-3, and thus still kind of like defending his title or whatever. I'm not sure, but either way, it was because of Don Underwood's constant elbow fouls working against him. But power-wise, he had no response. And also with Travis, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Travis lost like 6-0, or even if it's not the case, still pretty much the same thing happening. He was unable to answer to his power. So here we have Devin and Travis, two, huge, one of the biggest household names on planet Earth when it comes to arm wrestling. And not only that, but we know how they fare against one another. Throughout the years, we've seen them pull so many times, and they are complete pillars of our sport. So having Don Underwood just power through them the way he did back then just begs the question, how would have Don Underwood fared against Denis, or nowadays, even more recently, versus Levan? Because he apparently is one of those guys, those big guys that just have a tremendous amount of horsepower in those arms. So I don't know. To be honest, he's kind of like this probably unicorn who was there for a limited number of years and then he disappeared. He kind of reminds me of like an Alexei Vovoda, where we, even with Alexei, think back to Pulling John. Yes, I know it's super old already, and Travis was not the same Travis that we had in the following decade and so on. But you could argue both good and bad for that matter. Still, you look at Travis versus Alexei, and you had this whole drama that was like the epicenter of Pulling John. Travis wins against Alexei. Then Alexei comes back 1 year later, and he's able to defeat Travis and kind of like get his revenge, and then culminating the whole thing with him pulling against John and being like the guy who finally defeats John and whatever. But still, my point here is that Alexei versus Travis, pretty close, because on one hand they kind of defeat each other in turn. So first Travis wins, and then 1 year later Alexei wins. But also in their matches, it's not like a flash pin or anything like that. It's a really tight battle. They're struggling. So when it comes to Don Underwood, there wasn't so much struggling. Don Underwood, he pretty much just blasted through. Yes, with his elbow fouls, but still. So from this point of view, you could argue that he could potentially be even powerful. I mean, at least back in the day, he was probably powerful, more powerful than Alexei was. Who knows? But also, looking at his time into the sport, again, he was in and out just like that. He was but a glimpse into our sport, and I really wish we would have seen him for decades. Having much more appearances from his side, and seeing him pull so many other guys and so on and so forth. Hopefully he can probably make a comeback, hinting towards the recent video that he had with Michael. But yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's why I also equate him with Alexei, because he was like this unicorn who was kind of like this what the fuck dominating force for a number of years. No one had any significant answer towards him. I mean, for him, against him, whatever. And then he was out just like that. And it always kind of it created like this legend status for a very good reason, because nobody actually is able to know how they would have compared against him during his very short heyday. Same with Don Underwood. So let me know, what do you guys think? First of all, do you think do you think Don Underwood in his prime was on par with Alexei in his prime? Do you think he was stronger, or actually not that strong and obviously weaker? And overall, how do you think he would have fared against guys like Denis or Levan nowadays? And I'm not even gonna ask if you would like to see him making a comeback, because I would like to see him making a comeback. So I'll just assume this is the same for everyone. There's no room for different answers. There, I said it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you liked the video. Hit that thumbs up button once. If you disliked it, hit the thumbs down button twice to make sure it has the proper effect. And just hate, troll, share, subscribe, unsubscribe. Fuck knows. You're free to do whatever you want to do. But until next time, I'll be stopping my jibba jabba whatever, and I'll just let you go on just eating your chicken breast and broccoli and rice, and hopefully getting massive, just the way Devin instructed us to do, right? So yeah, I'm starving, so I'll just shut the fuck up now, and yeah, I'll just go have something to eat and bother you guys a bit more just a tad later. So see you until next time. Bye bye.